Well, I started about 6 this morning. It's 7:30 in the evening now. I finally got done, got everything juiced and baked. I got 14 bottle stopper size pieces stabilized, spalted punky oak limb wood. I got 20 pieces of little tidbits down here. I'm not sure what I'm going to do with them, but I'll figure something out. It's more just a test to see how they'd take the juice. All these round ones are oak. These that are cut are hickory. Like I said, no spalting. It just had some interesting coloration to it. Want to turn it, see what it looks like. Mesquite Man Cactus Juice Stabilizing Resin, www.turntex.com. It's great stuff. I've got this right here. This was wood that was rotting around the woods around the house, just like that big box right there. I don't know how many pieces I've got in there, but because Curtis Seebeck at Turntex Woodworks offers a product that the common man can afford and use, it's very simple to use, I was able to save a lot of this wood. It would have just either rotted on the wood, on the ground in the woods, or get burnt in a fire. Here's one piece I've kind of rough turned previously. You can just kind of see what it looks like. Here's a smaller piece. It was a real long piece. I cut it in half. But you can see the spalting in there. I mean, it's great for saving wood. If you do your own pin blanks, you can save your money by your pin blanks unstabilized. Buy the cactus juice, stabilize them yourself. That way you're not paying $15 to $20 a pound finished weight for having somebody else stabilize it. I did review the earlier video. I did mistakenly call the paint pressure pot a PSI pressure pot. It wasn't. It was Harbor Freight. I just got PSI on the mind because I've ordered stuff like a week and a half ago. Still haven't got it yet, so it kind of had PSI on the mind. And no, I don't cook out here in my shop. But that is from my wife. She does candles and soaps. I was kind enough to give her just a little bit of area right in here and a couple of shelves for her stuff. She makes an awesome shaving soap. Awesome. I won't use regular shaving cream anymore. But anyway, enough of that. These pieces of hickory, like I said, they came off a tree that tornado twisted off. I believe it was May 9th of 2010. Those were little pieces that I cut off of a bigger piece I want to show you. This is a bigger chunk I saved. I've sealed the ends in wax. You can see there's some incredible coloration and figuring in there. There's that end. Oh, and this end here. I haven't done anything with it yet because I know as soon as I start cutting it, I'm either going to have to stabilize it or plan on spending hours at the lathe turning things with it. But I'm sure there's some beautiful wood in there. I might make a video on that later, showing you what I got out of that. And as I said, I've got a lot of homemade tools. I know some guys are wanting to see how I grind drill bits for hollowing. I'll get to that video this week or next week. I'll kind of show you the stages. I won't go through all the stages. I'll kind of stage some drill bits in different steps of the process, and then I'll actually show you how I grind them. And if I can remember, I'll show you how I resharpen those carbide shear scrapers. You know, the $15 to $25 shear scrapers that they say turn it a quarter of a turn when it gets dull, and when you're done, throw it away and get you a new one. Don't buy a new one. I mean, you spent money on carbide. It can be sharpened. You have to use something with diamonds. I'll show you what I use and how I do it. Put a razor sharp edge right back on it. Saves hair off my arm. As with most of my tools. I mean, I'm anal about my tools. If they don't shave hair off my arm, after I pull them off the jet, then I don't put them on a piece of wood. But as promised, I'll get to that. Got some bottle stoppers here, kind of in the process. I made a little tray. I use 3/8/16 by 6-inch bolts. I cut the heads off, put them in a collet chuck. That way I can have several going in different stages at a time. Don't waste your money buying mandrels. Get you a 3/8/16 bolt, cut it down, put it in a collet chuck or a 4-jaw chuck. Make sure it runs true, and you've got a $8 to $15 mandrel that costs what, $1.59. But anyway, oh yeah, on the wood, before I juiced it and stabilized it, it ranged in weight from 1.1 ounce to 2.5 ounces. This is for the bottle stopper size pieces. I didn't weigh the little tidbits. After stabilization and baking, they range from 2.5 ounces to 4 ounces. So you can see that they take on a considerable amount of weight when they're stabilized and baked. As I said before, the wood I'm going to put in that box, I can turn it next week, next month, next year. I don't have to worry about it cracking, splitting, ruining on me. It'll be good to go whenever I pull it out of the box. So give it a try. You saw this is a full gallon earlier. When I put it in the paint pressure pot, it was down to here. After I got done, this is how much of it I got to reclaim back. It's not expensive, but it's not cheap, however you want to look at it, but it goes a long way. I just want to show you that it goes a long way. After you take your stuff out, I have to strain mine because it's dirty wood. Reclaim it, put it back in the jug. It's still good to go. Next time, just pour out what you need. When you're done, put it back in the jug. Go until you're empty, then order some more. Great stuff. Anyway, I'll catch y'all next time whenever I'm sharpening some drill bits. Thanks for watching. Bye.